Alright, so I cut the catalytic converter out just to eliminate it, and I replaced all the coils. And it's running a lot better, but it's still got a misfire. It's also started to run lean, which is interesting. And that's normal for not running it very long. And another misfire. Bank 1 lean, so that's the 5th one. Bank 1 lean. So it's throwing multiple misfire twice and bank 1 lean twice. So it's changing. And it's got a lot more power. Okay, so I cut that about that far out. There it is sitting there. Probably should have added another, or kept another inch of that, but I didn't know what I was getting at the store. See that little line there? That's how far it really needs to go in, but let's see. Right there. And this is a little, actually it's pretty sturdy without even having it welded yet. So that's that. And if I buy a new header, I can just unbolt that. But if I'm gonna wanna do the job here, I'm probably gonna have to maybe cut it here and unbolt it there to try to get that header out. Well, I guess I could just try to unbolt it up there and unbolt it right there and let it hang down. That's probably the best thing to do. Of course, if I'm gonna get that new set of headers, it wouldn't matter anyway. There it is. All welded in. That was all broke out right there. What a mess, but that was really thin. And my welds aren't perfect, but I did get a little better doing that job. I had to figure out how to turn the welder to what settings. Here's where I'm at. I got the wheel well out. That's just a couple bolts here. And it's pinched, it was pinched between there. And it's easier to get it out if you take the shock out first. So I took the shock out. And then these bolts here are bolted on the back. They got these nice levers on them, so they came right out. I did struggle with this bolt here because that broke and it was pretty stiff, and right there is where it was. Anyway, I got this one out with the impact, but the other one I had to use breaker bars on. So I don't know how I'm gonna get to these bottom ones real easy. It's almost like I should take the motor mount bolts out and twist the engine up so that there's, maybe I could get this from here to there. If I do that, I still got to get these bolts off here. I might just cut them because I'm not sure I'm even going to reuse these. And if I do reuse them, I can just get those out with a pipe wrench or whatever and put new bolts in. Then I better stop. Then I got this side. Cut that out. Some of these wires was grabbing onto it. But this side's gonna be a pain in the butt. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the top ones are broke on this side. And I can't see the bottom ones. I have to get at a different angle. So all of them are broke on that side. Okay, I burned a 3 on the bottom and like 2 on the top or something. That one, I burned those two. The bottom one, I think that top one, that one, the top one right there, and that bottom one right there. Burned them all off. I burned every single one of them. Oh, those two right there were broke. That one, oh boy, that one broke off right inside there. I didn't do that. That one was like that. That one's gonna be a pain in the butt. That one. Boy, that one looks like somebody just got it out. I didn't. Nope, it's in there. Nope. I see a bolt in there. Quite deep. The other side's gonna be a lot harder to get the torch in without burning up wires. Okay, this side. This is the driver's side. Top front one is broke. The second one back, I gotta burn. The top three over here are broke. The bottom three over here are broke, I believe. Though there's one on the bottom front that I don't know how I'm gonna get where I can see it. That back one's broke. Let's see if I can. There. Okay, that back one. That one's broke. That one's broke. Okay. Back one's broke, that one's broke, that one's broke. I gotta figure out how to get on that one. There's two there. See them? The front two on the bottom. Well, I did that blind. I still got a little bit of nut left. I think I'll try to hit it again. No, still ain't got it. I don't know how much of that's gonna hold on if I do the rest. I think it blew the nut off anyway. Oh, that's a different part. Right there's where I'm at. Yeah. Let's hope I can break that off, I guess. I'm gonna move on. Loose. The only thing that's holding it now is this EGR pipe, which I think I'm just gonna burn that off too. And I'm not gonna be able to show you the super secret for how I got the torch down in here, but let's just say I stood right here and then I lit it and I stuck the torch this direction up in through here, pointing it at, you know, metal, and then getting it in there, and then I had to reach my hand up in here, grab the head of the torch to control it, and I was able to get it by peeking through some various things in here. It was a pain in the butt, but I got it, and once I get this out, we'll see if I did any damage to that. Would suck. All right, got that cut, and it just fell right out. So let's get the flash back on. Well, I definitely have my work cut out for me. That's where I burnt the one bolt out. That was the top. Can't even really tell where I burnt out the other ones that much. I just melted it. And these were, I grinded this one off because I could get a grinder in there. These were stainless. They didn't want to burn. Really makes me think I should probably not put stainless in the engine, because, well, it'd make it harder, I think, because you wouldn't be able to use oxygen. That one was the same way. I almost got through it with a grinder, but then I couldn't get it because I was trying to hit the starting to hit the starter. Then I got into this a little, and hopefully that didn't get too far in to the starter. I did cut into this a little bit, but it didn't get all the way through before I gave up and got the torch out. That one's probably gonna have to get drilled. That one's gonna have to get drilled. Hopefully the rest of these I'll be able to use beeswax. Weld a nut on there, get it hot, and then hopefully melt some beeswax and it'll suck up in there or something. I wonder if I should run the engine and get it hot before I try extracting them. So the way I got it figured is I'm either really brave and really stupid, or I'm really good with the torch. That one looks pretty good. Not sure if I want to waste my time saving these. I could buy the headers since I'm going this far. They're straight. I could reuse them if I want to go through the trouble. I did get cut into that. And you know, I really don't like these. This Mustang's got those, and this Mustang's got those, and I couldn't get them to seal. It might be worth the $500, or what is it? What was it? $300 for the fucking headers. Anyways, that's about 4 hours work, I think. I did a bunch of other stuff. I didn't get started till damn near 2 o'clock on this, I think, and it's 6 o'clock now. So I think I got pretty far, and it's time to stop. So until next time. I found the vacuum line for the 4x4 right there. And that's the line that comes down, goes in right here. So I need a hose from here to here for this one. But I'm not sure that it's sealing anyway, so I might just plug them. The other side's kind of the same, except for it's still got a hose. Yeah, got the first one. I broke it off several times until it was flush. Then I grinded whatever weld was left on the end of the bolt. Then I put a washer on. One of these washers. Welded it, grinded it, welded it, grinded it, and then welded the nut on. But it didn't, like that one's gonna break off, and the one that the weld is sticking to is probably gonna break off again. That one I've already done 3 or 4 times. So I'm gonna put a washer on that and try it again. Okay, so that one I was able to get it on there and tap it on with a hammer. Fits that snug onto the bolt. And now I'm gonna weld it with those settings right there. And then whatever ball ends up there of weld, I'm gonna grind flush and then hit it again and then grind it flush and then weld a nut on it. It's still glowing, see? Let that cool down and then give it a shot. I broke it loose by hand. These things are long-winded. My wrist started to hurt on the first one. I said, I'm getting a power tool. That's 2. Got the aluminum a little bit, but I think it'll be all right. Having learned a few things with the first 2, I went ahead and hammered the washer on the bolt, and then I cut the bolt. I used a socket and a hammer and hammered it on. Now I'm just gonna weld it like I did before. All right, I welded that in. I start off over to the side just a little bit, and then because it sparks, and then it goes. And then I move over the bolt and go in a circle. I'll probably grind that down a little bit and put a nut on it. Okay, so put that right there like that, and then I'll tack it on the side. Then I'll take these pliers off, tack it on another side, and then I'll get nice and centered and weld the shit out of the center of it. Let that cool down. See how nice and hot that got? That's gonna look at that. That's gonna heat that bolt up. And I think that's what's helping. Again, I turned it a few times by hand to make sure it was broken loose. with me. Oh, still kind of strong. I'll try the Milwaukee one, see if it's any stronger. Nope. Not any stronger. Weaker, actually. I guess I'll have to do this one by hand for a minute. This is going pretty good. I ran out of washers, so I found a nut that's screwed on there a few turns. I might give it a few more, and then I'm going to weld it in the center. And then I'm going to take and tack another nut on top of that and weld it in the center, because I think I've learned that heat, if I can get that nice and hot, it'll probably come out. Okay. I welded the nut on there, and I kind of melted into the nut real good and got into the bolt again. And then I welded another nut on that. Now it's cooling. And here in a minute I'm gonna try it. Well, that failed. The nut just screwed off. I thought I was getting it, and it was just screwing back off. So, gonna have to get some washers. All right, I'm gonna finish this video up because it's getting to about 20 minutes long. And maybe I'll post, it's gonna be a couple days before I work on this thing again. And I'll maybe post part of it when I start drilling them out and then installing the new headers. But that'll be the end of this one, and you'll have to wait for part 2, because I need to get something posted, and I don't want the videos to be too long. So that's the end of this one, and stay tuned for part 2 when I end up drilling them and installing the new headers.